give consideration to society because whatever we are doing is usually for the sake of society. What? Yes, what you call as your personal actions, the horrible fact is that even they are social actions. We may think, what's your name? Neha. Neha, we may think that when we are alone in our house, let's say in the kitchen or in the study room, then what we are doing over there is a personal action. But it is not a personal action at all because it is still being dictated by the society. There is a student who is in her study room preparing for an engineering entrance examination. But she is preparing only because of social pressure. Now, is this preparation, is this moment of preparation when she is alone in her study, is this a personal action or a social action? Is this a personal action or a social action? It is still a social action even though the society does not appear to be present. The society is not physically present but is very much present where? In the mind. So even when we are doing something very personal, we are still being guided by the society. Marriage, Neha, you would say is something totally personal? Marriage and love? But are we not guided by the society in all these matters? So are our marriages personal? Is our love personal? No, it is totally social. Society, religion, class, all these things are guiding even our most private and intimate matters. And when our matters are all social, it is but obvious that we'll have to care for the society. You look at all these matrimonial portals. People who want to marry put their profiles there. And you are putting up your profile, and the form there, the electronic form, has space for your religion, for your caste, for your gotra. It asks how much salary do you expect from your would-be spouse, what kind of height, what kind of complexion, whether he should be living in a joint family or a nuclear family. Now, are all these things not social? Did you decide your religion? Religion is a totally social thing which society has handed over to you. And you are allowing religion to come in the way of your love. Now, is love then personal or social? You are saying, I'll marry a boy of my gotra. Now, you didn't decide your gotra, did you? So, are you marrying the boy or is the gotra marrying the boy? Obviously, one gotra is marrying the other gotra. Where is any personal thing in this? It's all social. You are not present in this. It's a crowd. Society, Neha, has taught us what kind of features to look for in people. Now, because of years of colonization, decades in fact of colonization, I may say centuries, in India now you have a great emphasis on fair skin. There are all these companies that are selling fairness products in India, and believe me, they cannot do that in any other country of the world. No country of the world is so mentally enslaved that you can sell a fairness cream and people will also buy it. People will say, fine, I am dark and being dark is all right. But you go on a date and you meet a guy who has very fair skin. You have not chosen him, The society has chosen him for you. So it's not actually you are who is dating him. You aren't dating him. An entire crowd is dating that guy. So it appears as if two persons are meeting, but two persons are not meeting. Two crowds are meeting. One crowd from this side coming on a truck, another crowd from that side coming on another tractor, and these two crowds are dating each other. Where are you? What we call as ourselves is nothing but a crowd of mummy and papa and chacha and tau and the entire world. Even when you say I am doing something personal, this entire crowd is present. So imagine, now these two guys are going to meet each other, and instead of these two meeting each other, mummy and papa and tau and everybody who is dead or alive is also present. We are afraid of society because we are not at all ourselves, we are just the society. We need to ask, is there anything that I am doing which is coming from my own free will? Is there anything that is arising out of understanding? Actions, thoughts, beliefs that I have considered as normal, are they really normal or are they just conditioned? Are they really normal? You'll say, but it's a normal thing to behave this way. What do you mean by normal? Just because everybody is acting foolishly, foolishness becomes the norm. So what's so good about being normal? You remember J. Krishnamurti? It's no measure of good health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. We keep putting up that quote often on our page. It's no measure of good health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. But we are all very, very social. And we take pride in that I am so well adjusted. Have you not seen people who say, I'm a very social man? He's actually saying, I'm a very sick man and feeling proud about it. He's actually saying, I'm a very sick man. When you will do something which is not social at all, Neha, believe me, in that moment, you will not be afraid of the society. Whenever you will find something which is not social, which is not corrupted, which is entirely yours, in that moment there will be no fear. In that moment you will be the most fearless girl. Even the thought of others will not come to your mind. Thoughts of others come to our mind because the very action is for others, influenced by others and for the sake of others. So don't be puzzled when you find that you are all the time afraid of society. It is obvious, it would happen. A slave will all the time afraid of the master. Till the time you are a slave, you are bound to be afraid. And in the moment when you are not a slave, you will not even ask this question. Because there will be no fear, so no question to ask. Think of these things. You said personal, individual. Think of what you call as the most central elements of life and ask yourself, are they really individual or are they social products, social influences? Education. Have you really asked yourself, why am I here? Have you really asked yourself, where will I go from here? What is the source of all my plans? Why do I want to pursue a postgraduate degree? Employment, work, job, money. Have you asked yourself, why is money important? And to what extent is money important? What is money? But society has told you that money is important and important to this and that extent, and you keep running after it. You spend your individual life in the pursuit of a social goal. Is that not stupid? You are spending your individual life pursuing a social goal, a goal given by society. Whose life? Yours. And whose goal? Society's. Is that not a wastage of life? My life is being spent in pursuing a goal given by others. Whose life is being wasted? My own life. Have you asked yourself, what is the meaning of work? What is the relation of work to life? Why must one work? What is the relation of work to money? And very soon you will be entering employment. What is employment? What do you mean by one man serving the needs of other? What do you mean by one man accepting a salary from another? Have you asked these questions? You all are adults. Have you asked yourself what is meant by love? What is sex? What is body? What is marriage? What is reproduction? What is family? Have you asked these questions? But no, you will blindly move into them because the entire society blindly moves into them. A particular age, so now you are fit for marriage and you must have a family. Have you asked yourself, what is all this? This one body, what am I doing with it? This one life, what am I doing with it? But the society has clearly laid down the norms, and you will follow those norms. When you are following the norms given by the society, obviously you will be afraid of the society because the society has become your master. Have you ever asked yourself what is meant by settling down? What is meant by the so-called good life, where you have a car and an apartment and 2 kids and a nice job and a particular reputation? What is meant by all this? Have you asked? Have you asked what is religion? You go on celebrating festivals and another one is approaching. But you ask yourself, what is religion? And why am I following a religion? And what is meant by following a religion? Is religion individual or social? Religion must be totally individual. But the religion that we follow is completely social. Even our God is a social God that society has given us. Even our God is a social God. Have you found out God? No. But certain scriptures that society handed over to you, you are blindly following them. A social God. It's like I'm sitting over here, all of you dream up a God, make a certain picture, create certain stories, and then you come to me and say, now this is God, start believing in this and live your life according to this. And I say, right. Yes. When everything is social, every breath is social, why wonder that I am afraid of the society? You will continue to be afraid till the time you don't let intelligence function. Let intelligence function and then there will be no fear. Are you getting it? All right. Yes.